Good Mom and Monday. You're here at the Mistaken Mama podcast. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Mandee.
And we are your hosts. This week, we're going to be talking about activities that you can do with your kids.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that weird, but activities you can do. What is going on here?
Okay.
Nope. This week, we're going to be talking about activities that you can do with your kids.
But first, let's talk about our wins, fails, and books.
Yes.
So what's your win?
My win, you go first, though.
Okay.
Because I had it and then I lost it.
So the day after we recorded last week's podcast, I had my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be my win. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. And I woke up that morning asking Michael, like, okay, what should I wear? Because I don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, wear a tank top and shorts. And I was like, I don't wear tank tops and shorts. Like, that's just not my everyday outfit. So I was like, why? And he's like, just do it. I was like, okay.
My thought would be like, are we going to the beach?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would be thinking.
And I was like, okay, I'm really not comfortable in tank top and shorts today. Can you just tell me what we're doing, please? So I can just, it's my birthday. Tell me. And he's like, well, you're getting a tattoo today. And I was like, you're just now telling me I'm getting a tattoo today? I was like, what am I getting? And he's like, well, whatever you want. And I was like,
I've had any time
what
to
do
think
I
about
want?
this.
Yeah. I was like, thank God you told me and you didn't just drive me there, because then I would have had to process in front of this person.
Mm-hmm. Which was his original intention, yes?
Yeah. Because I have so many in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, I was like, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah. So thank goodness he told me. And that's why he wanted me in shorts and a tank top, because he's like, I don't know where you want to put it.
Oh.
So he was trying to give me the most skin to work with.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm smart.
Yeah. So I'm really glad he told me, because then the rest of the morning until the time, I was like, what am I getting? So I settled on the hungry caterpillar on my wrist and a flower behind my ear.
If you are watching the YouTube, we'll go ahead and insert little clips here.
Yeah. So
here's a caterpillar.
It went really good.
And your flower.
Yes. I think the total time was 2 hours.
Okay, that's not
Something
too bad
like
at all.
that. Yeah. It wasn't bad. And the kids were good for Michael. He took them to the carousel and everything worked out. We went to dinner that night. Again, the kids were great.
Nice.
And so it was just a really good day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's great. Fun. How is they healing up? How is they,
How is they healing?
Yep.
Good. I haven't put anything on today, but they're pretty good. This one's itchy. Oh. This one hasn't gotten itchy.
Okay.
So,
nice.
I think this one, because it rubs up on everything, because it's on my wrist. Mm-hmm. And this one I don't ever touch.
Gotcha.
So.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I still can't think of a win off the top of my head, but I do have a fail.
Okay.
So, or I guess my win can be my fail.
Okay.
Because it's kind of both. So I've been playing Minecraft with Anna.
Yes.
She's 5, for those of you that don't know. That's my oldest. And we play on creative mode 99% of the time. She's just not quite old enough to understand how survival mode works. She doesn't quite have the reflexes to be able to not die. And so it's not fun for her.
So survival mode, like other players?
No, there's like, I think they're called mobs. They're like the evil creatures that can kill you.
Okay.
She doesn't have a fast enough reaction to be able to defend herself and then kill them and
Got
whatever,
you.
so she struggles with that.
Got you. Okay.
And so we play on creative mode. And we discovered there's like different realms that you can get into in this game. We discovered one of them, the Nether or whatever. If you play the game, you would know what I'm talking about. That's one where you can go in and out as you please.
Okay.
Kind of, whatever. And in creative mode, it's not really that dangerous at all for you, because you can't get killed in creative mode.
Oh, okay.
So you just kind of explore and build to your heart's content, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I did, however, accidentally discover another one. It's called The End or whatever, where once you go in, you can't go back out until you kill the dragon.
And this is in creative mode, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anna wanted to come to kill the dragon with me, but I didn't know how to get her there because I was just flying around the world when I found the portal.
Oh.
And so I had no idea where it was.
Right.
Because it didn't tell me my coordinates or anything anymore. And so I had no idea how to get her there. And so I was like, I'm stuck here until I kill the dragon. And it took me like 20 minutes to kill the dragon because I didn't want to fly around following it, hitting it. So I just waited for it to come back down to its little perch and then smack. And then it would fly away. And then like 20 seconds later, it would land back down and then just like 20 times for that cycle. And then I finally killed it. And then credits.
Oh, gosh.
So I guess my win, I beat Minecraft.
I was going to say, so you, like,
I mean, in creative mode
game.
though, so it's
right,
not really,
right.
doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But my fail is that Anna wanted so desperately to come and do it with me.
I just imagine her just like, Mom.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know. I had no idea that it was going to do that. I had no idea there wasn't going to be like another portal because I didn't know it was on the other side.
Right.
You know, I accidentally found it, and then I was like, oh, let me just finish this because I could tell that it was like an unfinished portal, and I could tell based on what was there what needed to be put there. So I just put it there, not realizing what it was going to be.
Nice.
Yep. So I broke her little heart.
Poor Anna.
And then when I got spit back out, it's like when I was able to finally, you know, after the credits rolled and I was able to get through, it just spit me back out in some random spot, so I couldn't find the portal again.
Oh, so she can't find it?
I have no idea where it is.
Weird.
So, well, I don't even really know where it was.
Is it like something that moves around, kind of?
No, it stays in one spot. I just didn't pay attention to where it was.
Gotcha.
I was kind of just flying around.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm sure you'll find it again.
I feel bad, though. Those worlds are big, though.
Oh, okay.
A lot
I've
bigger
never
than I
played
thought.
Minecraft, so.
I thought that they were going to be pretty small. They are huge.
Okay.
Ridiculously big. She's very upset.
Very. She's tired. But she didn't want to go to sleep with me.
Yeah.
I tried.
She's just like, oh, microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my win, I beat Minecraft. My fail, Anna did not beat it with me. Even though that was the intention.
Well, I guess my fail could be I started a new TV show. I don't know that that's a fail, but it takes up a lot of my time when I get hooked into a TV show because then I just want to keep watching the TV show.
I get that same way.
Yeah, it's okay. Something About Me.
Okay.
I'm love reality TV.
Same.
Give me the dramatics.
Yep.
I don't want a dramatic life, but I love to watch it.
Same.
Okay.
Yep, I'm the same way.
So it's called Vanderpump Rules. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Very dramatic. It's like a lady owns a restaurant and all these waitresses and waiters work for her, and they're in like the Hollywood area and they all want to be like actors and models, and a lot of them are models and actors and stuff, and they all like date each other.
Oh.
And there's like triangles of, oh, we broke up but then we started dating, and oh, I dated her before but now she's dating him. Just the most dramatic show I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know a real place that's like that. Thomas's work.
Oh. Nice.
Literally, everybody's been dating everybody there.
So you get to hear about it.
I hear about it, and it is hilarious.
I love it. But now I'm hooked on it.
Thomas hates it because he actually has to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
but you're on that.
who is she dating this time?
Yeah.
And I get to hear about it in real life.
It's pretty good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. There's 10 seasons. And it's still going on.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. I had heard about it a couple of times, but I watch. Do you watch Observe?
The YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yes. I love him so much.
Okay. So he did a
idiots.
react. Yeah. He did a react to it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I keep hearing about this show. And then I saw the little clips and I was like, ooh, that looks like a dramatic show that I could watch. So I watched the whole first season last night.
In a day. Okay, got it.
And granted, there's only 8 episodes.
Oh, okay. So it was really not that long.
It really wasn't that long. And like,
That's like, what, 5 hours?
Yeah. 2 of the episodes I was like doing other stuff around the house.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I do it. How I binge things too, especially because my kitchen, I can see my TV from my kitchen.
Right. Yeah. It's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know why that's a fail, but I think it's a fail just because I get so sucked into it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, now I have another show that I'm like, I must watch.
Yep. Okay. Nice.
So yeah.
We have a child with us now.
Yes.
We had to take a little bit of break, but we're back. And you guys don't know that though, but that's fine.
Now you do.
Now you do. But so we went ahead and talked about our wins and fails. So what book are you reading right now?
Crescent City. Book 1. I am closer to the end. I've found some time to read a few chapters, so I think now I'm like 70% done.
Okay.
So we're getting closer.
You're getting close. I mean, to be fair, those books are huge. That means that you've read like a book and a half worth already.
Yeah.
Like 800 pages is ridiculous.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, especially when I don't have time to just sit and read.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just sit and read through it, it wouldn't take me that long.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel coming into my next book.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah. But are you enjoying Crescent City?
I am. And I feel like after the halfway mark, things got better.
Okay.
I think also I understand more of what's happening because now I've learned all that I need to learn.
Right, because it's like a lot of info at 1st isn't it?
Even still, I've been thrown things that I'm like, what is that? Oh, now you explain what it is, like a few chapters later.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
It's good, though. I promise. It's just, I'm getting there. Getting through it.
Getting through it.
What about you?
I have finished the first 4 books of A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yes.
And those are like that's like the main storyline from Feyre's perspective or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm potentially going to be starting the 5th one tonight. I have to physically read the 5th one versus listening to the graphic audios.
So it might take you a little longer.
Might take me a little bit longer just because like I can't be doing other things. Whereas like I've been listening to these while I walk around the house doing chores and cooking, getting ready, blah, 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 blah. And
yeah.
Being able to
that is what's
multitask.
harder about a physical book.
Yeah.
You have to physically sit down and read it.
Yes, you do. And this one's a long one. So
I'm excited for you to read this one, though.
I'm excited to read it, too. So let's get right into activities with kids.
Yes.
So let's just get the bad right out there. What do you hate doing with your kids?
Oh. As far as... Well, I don't like imaginative play. Heavy imaginative play. Just because I feel like I don't know what to do. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I have to tap into my inner child and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Because sometimes it's just fine and I can play along, but then other times I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do, bud.
Yeah.
And he's just learning to get into imaginative play. I like getting out of the house with them.
Me too.
Because getting stuck in the house, sometimes it just gets repetitive. I'm trying to think of things that I absolutely dislike. I think mostly it's the imaginative play.
I think that's my number one too.
Yeah.
Is because so your oldest is a boy and he's only 2.5.
Right.
And my oldest is a 5-year-old girl. And so I play Barbies and stuff with her sometimes. And the amount of, no, that's not what I want you to do. Or no, I want you to do this or bleh, whatever. Oh my gosh. It can be taxing. Because and I mean, I can now understand looking back why my mom didn't play Barbies with me very much. And I'm just like, yeah, I feel you.
I get it.
I wholly understand now. And someday, maybe Anna will be like, I can see why my mom said no sometimes.
Yeah.
Or why it didn't last very long.
Yeah. It's hard because you don't know what you want, or you don't know what they want you to do.
Thankfully, she's starting to get to a point where she's being a little bit more accepting of me not wanting to do exactly what she wants. We played store the other day where she set up a whole bunch of Barbie dresses, and then we have a little checkout stand or whatever that she was able to whatever. So I would just go around, I'd try on a dress, and then I'd go and buy the dress. Right. But she's also kind of at that stage where she's a copycat. And so I'll look at a dress, be like, oh, maybe I'll buy it. She'll just swoop in and be like, I'm buying this dress. I'm like, okay. I'll change my mind, and then she'll change her mind. And I I cannot win, apparently.
Right, yeah.
And so I resort to the easy options if I can, of being the checkout person who can be like, what are you looking for today?
Right.
And those ones tend to be easier because they kind of allow her to lead.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to be in a lead position. Mm-hmm. Sorry?
You're going to make me yawn. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Sorry. It's really hard to be in a lead position with a child who doesn't really, she's kind of at that stage still where she doesn't understand that I think differently than her.
Right.
That doesn't happen for a few more years, where she starts to distinguish that. And so she thinks that I can read her mind.
Yeah.
And I know what she wants when
Right.
I definitely do not.
Yeah.
So I tend to try to stick with the more like following her lead in any type of play, but especially imaginative.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's not as hard when you can create your own dialogue, but it's hard when they're like, no, you need to say this.
Yes.
Or no, you should do this. And then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I just get so defeated at that point.
Yep.
I'm like, so just write me a script, please.
And I mean, even with like playing restaurant or something with her, the same thing. She'll be like, so what do you want today? And she'll like be taking my order or whatever. And I'll tell her, and she'll be like, we don't have that. Girl, I bought your food. I know what you have.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
funny.
no, she'll just, we don't have that. I'm like, okay. This instead. We don't have that. Okay. What do you have? Sunsen? Like, you know what? Why don't you choose? Let's do this chef special. And she'll be like, okay. Thank God. And then she shows up with like a bowl with rice.
Right.
You know, and a banana. And like a carrot and then like a chicken stick.
Oh, yum.
And I'm just like, this is exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Hits the spot perfectly. Got it.
Sounds like what we feed the babies.
Literally.
Like, here, try a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's kind of the definition of baby food.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep. Oh yeah, she comes up with the most interesting creations.
Yeah.
And sometimes like IRL, I know that it would just be like a
Right. Yeah. You'd be like, I'm gonna order takeout, but thank you.
Yes.
No, thank you.
100%.
That's funny. Yeah. What about the things you enjoy?
Right now, I'm actually really enjoying playing Minecraft with Anna. Because I'm able to see her creative side while I'm given the space to be able to do something that I want to do.
Right.
Because she kind of gives me the space to do something, and because she likes watch me do it, because we get to choose specifically in creative mode. We can literally do whatever we want. We have access to everything in the game.
Right.
And so like we'll be creating something and she'll get an idea and then she'll go and build her own interpretation of it. And so I get to watch kind of how her brain is working. And she like problem solves, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I also really enjoy like for Damon, for example, we have like the RC cars or whatever.
Right.
We'll go outside and he'll have me drive the RC because he sucks at it.
Right.
And he'll chase it.
Oh, that's fun.
And so we'll play like, you know, I'll be like strategically moving around.
Yeah.
And so dog. Just like go lay down in the kitchen or something. She stopped right outside the door.
She's like, hello? Anybody in there?
Nobody's home.
Pick some up, blowout.
Okay.
Beautiful.
There we go. All right. But so he'll like chase it around and I'll like strategically move around him and kind of like dodging his grabs, and then I'll let him grab. And
That's fun.
he has a blast.
Yeah. Maverick's really into building with his blocks lately. Like he wants to build just the tallest tower. As long as you start the base for him, then he'll just go to town.
That's awesome.
And he loves it. And he's started to also get into, if you make something, he just wants to tear it down.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I'm not making anything crazy, so. But we thought about getting him, because all we have right now is the...
those big ones?
The big ones, yeah. And we thought about getting, I think they're called Duplo blocks.
Oh, I have no idea.
They're like not the tiny Lego, but the one size up. I had a bunch growing up.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. I didn't know that's what they were called,
Yeah.
though.
Because I don't want to get the teeny tiny ones, especially with her. And yeah.
Especially because some of those pieces are like...
Teeny tiny.
Very tiny.
And they're really expensive right now.
Oh.
Because it's like a popular thing.
Oh.
Like, I don't know how many times we've gone to Target and some of them have like the lock things on them.
Oh.
And they're like $250.
What?
Yeah, for certain ones. They're expensive.
That's overpriced.
Yes, very. So I don't want those ones. I think the slightly bigger ones, you can get like 150 of them for like $30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, he's really into that. He's also starting to get into dinosaurs a lot. So he has a few and he's like, "Rah!"
Him and David are gonna have a blast.
Yeah, he loves dinosaurs.
If they can get along.
Right. I missed it this year, but I wanted to take him to, it's like called Jurassic World or something. I think it's out of Salem at the fairgrounds. And they bring like the big, huge life-size dinosaurs, the animatronic ones.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But I missed it.
We'll have to maybe see if we can take the boys next year then.
Yeah. I think that would be fun. Sometimes they have it during the fair, but this year it was completely separate.
Oh, okay.
I'm always on the hunt for those kinds of activities for the kids.
I always forget to look for stuff like that.
Oh, I'm always on the hunt for them.
Well, I know who I'm coming to then.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll have to. I'm trying to think what I have coming up, but I can't even think of it right now. I don't know.
Well, we should try to get the kids to do stuff like that together. I think that, especially with like here at home, because I think this kind of actually fits in with this too, is not only do we interact with our kids, but how they interact with each other too can be so hard at such a young age. Yeah. And like they had a blast when we took them to the trampoline park. Mm-hmm. I think that was the closest I've ever seen them be.
Yeah, I agree.
Like ever.
I agree.
Them holding hands was just...
That was so cute.
Caught me in my mama feels.
Yeah, that was so cute. That was a lot of fun too. Mm-hmm. We need to find more things that are low cost.
Yeah.
But that they can still have a good time with. Because the trampoline thing, it wasn't that expensive, but it was also all the way in Salem.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to weigh that back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And here with summer coming up, we should take the kids to the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He does really good at the park, so
does Damon.
And I'm guessing they would do fine together.
I would think so. I think Columbus would be a good one because it's not really, really high.
Yeah.
And then there's the littler one too.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that's kind of like a good meeting space between our places too.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this year is the first year that Maverick has really enjoyed the park. Mm-hmm. Because last year he kind of did, and he went with Michael a lot. I was very pregnant last summer.
Yeah.
So I didn't go a lot of the time because it was too hot. But I feel like this year he actually will climb all the way up, go down the slide by himself, and doesn't have any fear. He sometimes wants to go down parts he shouldn't go down.
Gosh, yeah. Damon's never tried to like jump off a platform or anything. Mm-hmm. Has Maverick?
You know the like pole thing?
Oh no.
He's tried to just reach out for that, and I have no, let mommy help you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Damon hasn't tried anything like that yet.
Yeah.
I'm terrified for the day that he does. Anna still doesn't even.
It's scary.
I know I was terrified of it growing up because I was afraid to just plummet to my death.
Yeah, right. As you should be.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a different way to go about doing that because it's just an open area.
I know.
I knew a kid that fell out once because there were too many kids in that area, and she got pushed on accident. It was when I was a kid.
Oh gosh.
And she fell and ended up hitting her head on the pole. She was okay, but she was taken to the doctor. She came back later that day. But it was like, I've been horrified ever since.
Yeah. That's what freaks me out about the park. It's not necessarily him. Sometimes it's him doing stuff, but a lot of times it's the other kids.
Ugh, Yes.
Because a lot of times they're bigger. And I've noticed recently, it's like their parents aren't around.
Or maybe not around or not caring.
Yeah.
Not watching.
And so they're just running amok and they want to play with him and he's totally down to play with them. And I'm fine with that to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
You can do a lot more than he can. So please don't take him over there, you know. And they do it in, you know, good-natured fun.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll try to take him. You've been to, what's the one across from the Boys and Girls Club?
What color is it?
It has the fence around it.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And it has the swings off to the side. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So we've been there and like some little girls tried to take him to the swings while we were all in the play set. And I'm like, wait, he can't go without his mom and dad or, you know, at least one of us. And she's like, well, I'm just taking him to the swings. And I'm like, I know, but he's 2.
Yep. He's a literal baby.
Yeah. He can't do that by himself. Thank you for helping him. But so.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about that one is because I just sit right at the entrance.
Same. Yep. I love that one.
And then it's like, can't escape. And you don't have to watch them quite as much.
Yes.
You're not worried about them running out.
Off.
Like, I still watch to make sure that they're not going in any spot. And there's not any openings in that one. I think
there's one pole.
There's one pole, but it's like off this direction. Yeah. Right?
It's
yeah,
not
so
up
you know
to the
if
slide.
you go.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And so usually one of us just sits at the entrance with like Ellie. And then typically it's me. And then Thomas goes and kind of follows the kids around.
Yeah.
Specifically Damon. Anna can kind of hold her own.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that one.
Me too.
I feel like they all should be fenced in.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Right? What's the point of not?
I don't know. I was trying to think safety-wise why it wouldn't be a good idea. But I feel like safety-wise it would be a good idea.
I feel like as long as the opening isn't like a tiny opening where like if there was an emergency it would be hard to get out.
Right.
And like with the one across from the Boys and Girl Club, that's a pretty large opening. If multiple people needed to rush out all at once, it would be fine.
And it's just a chain link fence, so you can see through it. Like there's no, I don't know why it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like that one. My kids like that one.
That one I'm not afraid to take him by myself. Some of the parks I'm like, especially now with her, if he takes off, I'm not gonna be able to run after him.
Right.
But at that one, if he takes off, like he's running into a fence.
Literally.
Or the opening where I am.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I like that one a lot.
Yep. We should get the kids for doing the park soon. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Another fun thing that I think we should do this summer that you and I have done it as a kid is the Enchanted Forest.
Yes.
We
a million
went
times yes.
last year, and it's pretty much the same from when you and I went, except they have like a whole kiddie section now of rides. I don't remember that part.
I went recently.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's right. You went last year?
Did we not all go together? Or was it just my mom? It was my mom. It was for Anna's birthday.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep. Yeah, so you saw the kiddie section.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael, well, I mean, Michael liked it too, but Maverick loved that part.
Anna's favorite was the old lady shoe slide.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She did it, I think, with each of us one time.
Maverick wanted to do the carousel the whole time?
I don't think we even went on the carousel.
Oh, he's a carousel kind of guy, though.
Yep. My kids are slide people.
Yeah. Maverick, he's like, yeah, cool, it's a slide. But carousel, he's like, yeah.
Yep, we tried taking Anna into the haunted house. Wasn't about it.
We didn't even attempt.
Immediately. Well, she wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Damon went through it, I think, but just like with one of us. But he was a little bit littler back then, and he just kind of like went with it.
Right.
I was not even pregnant with Ellie back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was before even pregnant with her.
Oh, okay.
Because it was our first year being here. It was that November.
It was 2 years ago.
It would have been 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yep. It would have been Anna's fourth birthday. Yeah, I think it was her fourth birthday.
Okay.
I think. I might be wrong. That sounds wrong. But I also have a hard time believing that I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah, that's weird to think about.
It doesn't feel like that.
No. Anyways,
I love
the Enchanted Forest.
Me too.
And especially for the kids. I think it's a lot of fun.
And it's surprisingly not as expensive as I thought it would have been.
Mm-mm.
Like back before we went, however many years ago it was,
Right.
I was like, oh, that's got to be so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's not bad at all.
No,
I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I remember it not being bad.
it's really not.
And it's so nice when the kids are young because half the time you don't have to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's real nice.
It's real nice. Maybe we can try going and here.
The other things that I like to take Maverick out and do is the zoo.
Oh,
Granted,
yes.
that's kind of far away.
That's a ways.
And the aquarium
Mm-hmm.
at the coast.
Which is also
Kind of far away.
it's kind of the same distance,
Yeah.
just in a different
I
direction.
feel like one thing that's not super far away, I mean, it's a little bit, but not super far away, is Corvallis. They have the Osborne Aquatic Center.
Oh?
And we took Maverick a lot last year when I was pregnant. I think it's starting at noon. Noon to 1 is like toddler time.
Okay.
And so it's just moms and their kids.
Oh.
For like an hour.
What is it?
And they're young kids. It's a pool. Aquatic center. A pool.
Well, you said aquatic, and we were just talking about like an aquarium.
Right,
so I'm
right,
like,
no.
Are we like touching fish, or what are we
So
doing?
it's an outdoor pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm caught up
And
now.
the reason why I like this one is one, because they do that toddler time, but two, it's like a gradual pool.
Oh.
So the littles can stay up top. And I think the deepest part in that whole thing is like 3 or 4 feet. So it's still...
So I could stand and be well above the water.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And there's like a little kiddie slide that they can go down. There's a little kiddie slide that they can go down. And then there's like the things that dump on you. There's like the sprayers. There's little fountain things that come up.
Oh,
and
that
Maverick
sounds like fun.
loved it. And then after 1 o'clock, you can still stay in the pool, but then the big kids can come out.
Okay.
So then things start to get a little
crazy.
A little crazy. We usually stay another like half an hour or so because then they open the big water slide.
Oh.
And then Michael was taking Maverick down the big water slide.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. So we really, and it's not that expensive. I can't remember how much it is. I want to say it was around $10 to $12, I think.
That's not bad.
And you just pay for the adults. You don't have to pay for the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's been a
you guys
while
should
since
totally
I've
do
been
that.
to like a what last you know when the last time I was at a water park? Was when you came with me. You don't remember the last? Okay. We went to this like outdoor thing. I have a picture of you and I in the pool together.
In Washington.
In Washington.
Yes. I was thinking here in Oregon. I was like, I
Nope.
don't remember doing anything. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've really wanted to take Maverick to the Great Wolf Lodge.
Yes.
It's expensive.
It's so expensive. Well, because it's like
It's a
themed hotel.
Yeah, it's a full-blown thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to do it, but I think I'm going to wait till he's a little older and she's a little older. But I'd love to take them. But I think that's like I'm going to plan that. It's not just hey, you guys want to go to Great Wolf Lodge?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that kind of a thing.
Yep. The last time I went to Great Wolf Lodge was literally right before I moved away from home. As in, like, days before.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I left home, like, right afterwards.
Oh, wow.
It was my last hurrah.
And did you guys stay there?
Yep.
Okay.
We stayed there. Thomas stayed. He went with us.
Okay.
And, why we went?
Graduation thing?
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't remember why, but I remember Thomas came with us. I have a picture of us there together, and we had a lot of fun.
I've never been.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Are you good with humid areas? Because it is.
I've heard it's a little
humid.
toasty. Yeah.
No, you walk in and you immediately have to adjust how you breathe.
Oh, nice.
Because it is. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, the normal part of the hotel is fine, but as soon as you enter the water park area, that air is thick.
Love that.
It's an adjustment. You get like this instant waft of chlorine.
Yeah.
And then heavy air.
Ugh.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
When you first walk in.
You have to like acclimate yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thankfully there are like, and all of the water is like kind of all the same temperature.
Warm, cold,
Neither. Kind of just...
room temp.
Kind of... It's kind of just like a really good mild temperature.
Okay.
If you need to cool off, though, because you do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a sweaty mess. There's
Right.
like one of those like 1,000-gallon bucket things that drop every now and again.
Oh, okay.
That water gets cold because it's sitting in a bucket.
Got it. Okay.
For like 20 minutes until it...
Okay.
And that's a lot of fun. It's heavy and it hits hard and it kind of hurts a little bit, but...
So like it would knock a kid down.
It knocked me down. Depending on where you're standing, it can just...
Okay. Interesting.
Just...
I've always wanted to go. We just never went.
It is so much fun.
Michael's been a lot.
I've been 3 times.
Okay.
Once my family went. Once Jude.
Mm-hmm.
It was for his birthday, so Aaron
Okay.
invited us, my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And then that most recent time, 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's so much fun.
I want to go. I like those kinds of activities for the kids. Things that take a lot of planning, I really enjoy. Mm-hmm. It's just the money part is what gets me.
I would personally wait until they're older because there's only a very small area for little kids.
Right.
And then the other areas are heavily crowded and can be not the safest for kids
Right.
that are unsupervised.
Right.
Like, I think the first time I went, I was like 12. And even I was struggling a bit at that age.
Yeah.
Because like the wave pool gets very intense and it's really easy to get knocked into the deeper areas.
Yeah.
And then once that wave starts,
Right.
you ain't not getting out.
Yeah. I've been to, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a water park in Eugene. Mm-hmm. Can't think of what it's called right now. Splash? I think it might be called Splash.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they have a wave pool and it's intense.
They can get intense, and the deeper you go, the more intense it is.
Yeah.
Like at first, it's just like you're just rocking back and
Yeah.
forth, and then all of a sudden you're
Yeah. And it's like coming over and you're like the lifeguard and you make eye contact and you're like, I'm good. So it's a lot of fun, but I could see how the little kids would need more help.
Yeah. And I think that'd be a lot of fun to go. The shitty thing about like having a lot of little kids is that not a lot of places are geared towards that. And they transition out of different things so quickly.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like Anna would be too little for everything else, but too big for the little kid area.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That has like this much water.
Yeah. I think you guys would really like the Osborne Center though.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. And I like that they have the hour of I can't remember the age limit.
For the toddler time thing?
Yeah. I want to say it's like 5.
So she'd be able to do it this year still.
I think so. And I think they don't really care if like you're there with other little kids.
They're not going to like make the 5-year-old go sit away.
Yeah, exactly.
But they probably wouldn't want a 12-year-old being in there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys should check that out. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think what else we did last summer. Summer's coming up, by the way. That's why we're talking about summer activities.
Yes. At the time of you watching this, summer starts in 2 days.
Yes.
At the time we're recording this, it's about a couple weeks away still.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like summer is the time that we try to get out more, except I hate the heat. So I struggle a little bit.
Same. So actually, that's a good question, or good the thing in my head. Whatever this is. So when it comes to summer, growing up, you and I both went to public school. And so summer was like the time.
Right.
Do you think it's going to be any different because you're planning on homeschooling?
I think it'll be different in the sense that it probably won't feel like a huge chunk of, I don't know. For school, it's like you're in school every day for months and months and months, and then now you get a 3-month break. But homeschool, it's like you kind of get a break every day.
Yeah.
Because you're only homeschooling here, there, a couple hours, whatever. So I feel like it won't feel any different in a sense, except that we're maybe doing more activities. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it in my head.
That seems to be kind of what it's seeming like for us, because this was Anna's first year doing, school.
Right.
But I mean, it's kind of just been the same. We do like 2 hours worth
Yeah.
a day. And a lot of it isn't her sitting down and me drilling her with stuff.
Right.
It's like she practices something that she knows. We try something she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she does ABC Mouse or Hooked on Phonics for reading.
Mm-hmm.
And then we move on.
Right.
And that's it. And she has a blast.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it doesn't even feel like she's on a vacation.
Which is weird because, like, I feel like I'm not doing enough for her school.
Why?
Because, I mean, it doesn't compare to what kindergarten feels like. And so I feel
Got
like
you.
it's hard for to be like, oh, doing like 2 hours worth and half of that is her sitting on a game.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel like school. And so
Right.
I have a hard time being like, she's doing great.
Right.
And then like I compare her to what someone her age is doing. I'm like, oh no, she's on track.
Right, yeah.
It just doesn't feel like school because it's not.
Because it's not sitting there for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's weird to me. It's
Yeah.
bizarre. Like we're actually like working on reading and stuff, like full on reading.
Yeah.
I'll like put 3 words in front of her on like cards and she'll read through them, which that's actually a really fun activity. Is I'll put like cards in front of her and I'm like, okay, which one says cat? And she'll point it out. Usually she does that game specifically very well.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I show her a word and I'm like, sound it out. She has no idea. But if I say which word is this, she can pick it out really easily. I think it's the she can do it in her head.
Yeah.
It's as soon as I ask her to do it out loud, she's like,
no.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Or like I'll put it in, I'll put 3. Like I think it was like I can see was the one that I did yesterday. I'm like, okay, read this. She struggled a little bit with like, she's still working on things like the TH and the double E and like how those make different sounds. But it's really fun for her to be able to read. And then when I'm like, you're reading, she gets so excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
And like she really wants to play Sims. I played Sims growing up and I've played it a little bit as an adult. And I'm like, well, gotta learn to read first.
True. Yeah. Another activity that I have done with Maverick a couple times is you can take rice. We did quinoa because our quinoa had went bad.
Oh, works.
And we put it into big bowls and we got him different scoopers and we just laid a towel out on our hardwood. And he just scooped for hours. Just scooped, put it in different buckets, poured it, and then when he was done, I threw it away because it was bad quinoa, so we didn't eat it again. And I still had a bunch. Anyway, so we threw that away, and then it was just literally pick up the towel, shake it off in the trash can, and then vacuum up whatever got on the floor.
Hey,
really easy.
Sounds like blast.
Yeah. We've also taken, I'm trying to think of activities that I do in the house that don't cost anything. We've saved our toilet paper rolls, and you cut them in half, and then you can tack them onto the wall, and then you take a ball, and you bloop, 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 bloop.
Okay. That's not what I thought you were going to say, but I like that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do like the spyglass.
Oh, yes. He has done that sometimes.
Our kids like to use the paper towel ones as swords.
Oh, yes.
And me
too.
and Dad get in on that.
Yeah.
Wah! On guard.
Yeah, that's super fun. There's so many things that you can do that don't cost a lot of money, and I just forget that you can do those things, and I have to actively search them out. But I have trouble with just sitting in the house all the time.
Me too.
And not doing things, and I think Maverick gets bored with his toys after a while because he plays with them every day.
Yeah.
And so instead of just going out and buying more toys all the time, I like to find random things that we can do.
Well, if you ever end up out of the house and you're like, we're going to the park, send me a text message.
Yes, I will.
I'll come with you.
I will.
Yeah, I think that this time of year is a good time of year to be really thinking about different activities you can do in and out. And I think that it's always so much fun to find new things to do, especially if they're cheap or free.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, one more thing.
Hmm?
Another fun one. I know that it's like the initial cost is a little bit up there. I think they're less than $100. A water table.
Oh.
He will play in that thing for literal hours. just you strip him down to either nothing, or you start with the diaper and then end up stripping the diaper off, and he will just splash in that thing all summer long. It's so nice.
We should have the kids play with that. It's like, we're not allowed to have stuff like that at our place.
You can't even have one on your back porch?
No. Technically, they're not allowed to play outside at all. We do it anyways, but they're not. Yeah.
What? Kids aren't allowed to play outside?
Technically, no.
Why?
Our manager doesn't really do anything about it as long as we're not being disruptive. But yeah, it's in our lease. Kids are not allowed to play in the community areas. Do they do it anyways? Yes. Are they supposed to? No.
That just doesn't make any sense to me, because people have kids in apartments. What are they supposed to do every time they have to go travel out to a park?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I mean, the same thing goes with, like, we can't fix our vehicles on the lot.
Right.
Can't even, if we open up the hood, it's technically a violation.
That's so dumb.
So can't even pull the oil thing out and check. So, yeah. Can't do nothing.
That's so annoying. Because I was thinking you could get a little water table for your back little patio.
Yep. Nope.
And you could sit there while the kids just like, do.
Nope.
That's so dumb.
Technically, you're not allowed to.
I'm sorry.
It's very sad.
Very. That's annoying. Well, you can come play in my water table.
Okay.
It's kind of gross after a while. That's the one thing I hate about the water tables is, like, things will fly into it, and then it's sitting water, so then we have to dump it and spray it and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Maverick likes to drink it.
Oh, bleh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty gross. But yeah. Bummer. I'm bummed now.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. Yeah. But one thing that I'm excited about for this summer, and I really want to try to get out of the house, be it with you or by myself or with Thomas or whatever. But I actually have my car now. Remember last year I didn't get to have my car.
That's right.
Real quick, we have technically 3 vehicles now. One of mine is my first vehicle. It was my grandma's, and I'm not ready to part with it. But my husband was driving that to and from work, and something on it stopped working, and so he had to start taking my my Honda Pilot, and so I was stranded technically at home.
Yes.
For months, literal months. And now we finally have a truck that he now takes, so I have my Honda back, and that's mine. But I had the entire summer where I just didn't have a vehicle. And my husband was working like 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week.
That was a bummer.
It was very sad, because you'd be like, I went to my mom's, and I'm like, I want to come, and it keeps asking me.
I know.
She's still, even now, she's like, when can I go to Aunt Amanda's? Like, soon?
Yeah. You can probably always text my mom, and she's home.
Yep.
Yeah. And she works from home too, so she's even told me, she's like, well, I'm working, you guys can come out and play. I'll be working.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm always looking for an excuse to leave, but I struggle going by myself with 3.
Right. Yeah. I don't
and
blame
so it's way less daunting. Even though we technically have 2 additional kids, it for some reason seems less daunting because there's more than one pair of eyes.
Right. Yeah. And I think going out to my mom's too is nice, because you know that they're in a safe area. They can't like run off.
Exactly.
I mean, they can, but they're still in a fence.
And there's a bathroom right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Well, so let us know in the comments or on our Instagram, what's your favorite thing to do with your kids? What are you excited to do with your kids this summer?
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what this summer brings as far as activities go.
And so is she, apparently.
Yeah. We will talk to you guys next week with whatever our episode is.
Yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.